says he loves her, all the boys are after her. Rapping at the door, ringing the bell. Oh, my true love, are you well? Out she comes as white as snow, rings on the fingers, bells on her toes. Wee Jenny Murray sits, she'll die. She didn't get the fella with the roving eye.
I'll tell me ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pulled my hair and they stole my comb, but that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is the court in the 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she?
Hello, my name is 85. Today we will be looking at the Belfast Class. So the Belfast Class, their design is the White Star Line battle fleet was ordering 2 new battleships. What were these battleships? Well, these were the Belfast and the Ireland. Well, actually, they only ordered the one, but then once Denmark came into service, they canceled her sister ship Berlin, although it will later be ordered, in favor of a second Belfast class, and this was the Ireland. The Belfast was laid down in 1993, or 1995. The Ireland was laid down in 2000. Was laid down in 2000. These were the second. This was the second. The Belfast was BB number 2, and the Ireland was BB number 5. Let's see. And then the Tennessee before them. The ship in my fleet that is most similar to the Belfast class is the Kansas class multi-role battleship. The Kansas class is well-rounded. The Kansases are well-rounded vessels that are built for everything. Literally, they can do anything. Doesn't matter. They're like a jack of all trades, master of none. These ships are designed for convoy protection and just being big, slow, and hard to kill. That's not what the Kansas are for, but we're not talking about the Kansas. We're talking about the Belfasts. The Belfast entered service in 1997, and the Ireland would enter service in 2002, after trials, of course. Which Ireland had more extensive trials due to some modification on the design. Basically, they tinkered with the engines a bit to see what they had. They got the same speed, except for more efficient. Except for it was more efficient at lower. Except for the props were more efficient at lower turn speed. At a lower turn speed. The Belfasts would have limited active service until the Alcan Civil War, upon which both ships participated heavily in that particular conflict. The Ireland was one of the reasons, was literally the reason that the White Star Line battle fleet got involved in it, because the Kansas and the Ireland were on station at Harven, which is the capital city of North Alcan, and South Alcan terrorists lit threw bombs and Molotov cocktails at the Ireland because they thought it was the Kansas, but the Kansas was actually in the harbor they had switched the week before, and they were not aware of this, so they actually lit the Ireland ablaze. Upon which the crew of the Kansas got their ship's engines running and ripped the anchor off of the Ireland. Or, well, they shot the anchor off of the Ireland with the guns, and then upon which they pulled her out into outside, but instead they were still in shallow water, so they scuttled the vessel. They opened up the scuttling breaches in the vessel to sink her in harbor, so that get the internal fires under control, upon which they pulled out all of the damage control equipment to calm down the flames. The Ireland was repaired, was brought home, and then repaired Belfast, and Belfast was then deployed to the area, and both ships escorted convoys extensively during that war. As of 2010, which is the current year in this universe, they are both under refit, as well as the Tennessee. They have served well, and they've served with pride, and are slated to be replaced in 2020, which is not the current year. The current year is 2010. So they have 10 more years of service. They're slated for replacement in that year, upon which they will be replaced by probably similar vessels, but better. My thoughts on the ships are they're very well-rounded looking vessels. They're pretty fast at 27 point, I think it's 5 knots. Good speed. Good amount of firepower. I like them. They look nice, in my opinion. And I generally think they're well-rounded. I think they're a logical progression. I think they're logical for what their role is, escort. Well, I just realized what it is, so goodbye. Hope you have a good day, and goodbye. See you later.